Hey, what's good, y'all? Y'all rocking with the MVP. And again, you know where to find me. I'm doing the innovative twist, and you know they don't miss. Hey, welcome to Talk Ain't Cheap. We put the people on their feet. Hey, don't hate because you can't compete. We got a special guest today. I'm talking about, this is a doctor. Dr. Sandra, Auntie San Robertson. Hold on. Give me some applause for the people. That's for the people, y'all. You know, we putting up for the P, y'all. That's what it's going to be, so. And you know, we got special guests coming through. Like, we do high value talk here at Talk Ain't Cheap. So we got a very high value individual here today. So can you tell people a little bit about yourself? Well, you know, what brings you here today?
Okay, hi, I am Dr. Sandra Robertson, and I just thank the MVP for this awesome opportunity. What brought me here today is to discuss my two books that I recently released, and they are called Childhood Scars, Release from Pain to Healing. The book is just powerful. It really brings you through trauma and help you to understand trauma, childhood trauma, and the reason why we behave the way we do. And a lot of childhood trauma started as early as in the womb, when the mother was experiencing some trauma herself, and it was actually transmitted to the fetus. And a lot of people don't know that. So some people say, well, I don't have trauma, but if your mother had trauma, you have trauma. And so anyway, I noticed later in life, after I got my doctorate degree, you would think that behavior was distinct with me, but I noticed that I was edgy and got, angry and agitated a little bit. And, after you've lived a certain amount of time, you should be able to understand and balance behavior. But if you have never healed from your childhood scars, and not knowing that you have a childhood scar, then that is something that I discovered when I had a meeting with a contractor, and our secretary heard me talking and walked by and came into my office and interrupted the conversation. And I put the contractor on mute, trying to explain to her. She didn't want to hear it. And so I just got off the phone with the contractor, and she and I went at it. Now, really, she was wrong to walk in my office, interrupt the conversation, but I could have handled that differently. And so as I was leaving, she came back by my office to apologize and tell me that her behavior was inappropriate. But at that time, I wasn't having it. I was really upset. And as I reached my car to put my things in, one of my colleagues walked up and she said, Dr. Robertson, what in the world happened? We can hear you all over the building. Now, she didn't say anything about anybody else. They heard my voice. And I, of course, deflated, the conversation and just said it was some, misunderstanding, and got in my car. But as I got in my car, I started thinking, what is it that I'm overreacting? Well, one of the things is that I did not like her not allowing me to be able to, I would say, I don't want to use the word defend, but clarify the conversation. And, just to let her understand why I was talking to the contractor, because the vice president did say that she didn't want us talking, but I had already gotten permission to talk to him, and she didn't know that. And then the second thing is, not only did she not want to hear my explanation, she started screaming at me as well. And those are two triggers that I found out later that really resonated all the way back to when I was a child, when my mom would not listen to what I had to say. So she accused me of something, she wouldn't let me explain. And she often hollered at us kids to get our attention, which I think hollering at a child is just so demeaning. So way back then, and here I am, 60 years old, you would think that by now, it's 60 plus. I'm not going to go how much plus, but
don't worry about them numbers, y'all. You can't tell. It's all good.
But I realized that, here it is at this advanced age, I'm still reacting to childhood trauma. And so recently retired, and my son said, well, Mom, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? And I'm like, I don't know. He said, well, you talked a little bit about writing books. Why don't you do that? And that's exactly what I did. So
Wow.
childhood scars is actually birthed from that experience. And it has some awesome topics in here. It's just not about trauma, the whole thing, but it is a real life awakening. If you don't mind, can I share a few?
Oh yeah, please, yes.
Okay, in the book it talks about causes of certain childhood scars because everyone does not have the same childhood scar. It also talks about childhood scars effect on planned and unplanned pregnancies. So everyone think that if the pregnancy is unplanned, of course you're going to have trauma, but you do have trauma in unplanned pregnancies as well. And then it talks about the emotional impact of trauma on the pregnant mother. And when a woman is pregnant, we really need to make sure that she has a community of supporting people to help her through the process. Because we did not know, and I didn't know when I was pregnant with my son Greg, that my emotions affect my child. And my child is innocent and come into the world with my emotions that I experienced years ago when I was carrying him.
Wow.
And also how childhood scars really affect early brain development. The forbidden voice, parentification, the deception of illusion, disillusionments, and self-identity. Everything we learn is all an illusion. As you grow and develop into the oneness of yourself, then you find yourself. So everything that you've learned, you have learned from a model behavior, from someone else's behavior. The psychological effects of pain and suffering. Really, suffering is a psychological mental disorder. You choose to suffer, but pain is something that you don't choose. That is something that is actually inflicted into the body. But how long the pain resonates, how long you carry the pain is what we call suffering. And so that's your determination. In the book, it talks a lot about that. Drown out the noise. You have so many noises from childhood scars that is just saying you're useless, you're worthless, and all of the names that you've heard people say to you over the years. This really tells you how to drown out that noise. And when you snooze, you lose. You have to read this chapter. I'm just going to buy the book and read it, and I'll tell you how you can do that.
It's available on Amazon, y'all.
Amazon, childhood scars, release from pain to healing. I have to pause right here. And it's on Amazon. It's on AuntieSan.com. You can cash at me, and I will send you an my secretary will send you an autographed copy. Every household have to have the book and the workbook. Let me give you a few more, and then I'll answer some of your questions. Generational scar trauma. Because guess what? The family, everyone has a certain distinctness about that family. You hear some people say, oh, they crazy people. All of them crazy. Or you hear some people say, they all talk loud. Or you hear some people say, well, they all had babies before they were married. So it is a distinctness there. Unspoken attachments. Everyone said, well, I'm in love. A lot of times, and I'm going to say more than 90%, it's not love, it's an attachment. So you think you're in love when it's an attachment. Love is a reciprocal thing. And when I give to you, you give equally to me. When I love you, you love equally to me. I don't have to ask you, do you love me? I already know you love me. You already have shown me that. And I have communicated that to you. Love is the easiest thing in the world with two people to share. It's the hardest when two people don't share the same love. And I had to learn that I can be in love with you, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're in love with me.
That was bar right there.
Get the book.
Yikes.
It also talks about relationships, and I'm also writing a book all about relationships. And depression is a misunderstanding of feelings. You know what? Every day we wake up, it should be a great day. But what happens is we bring the troubles of yesterday in today, and we just carry yesterday and the day before and the day before. So every day you should wake up and embrace the day, because this is the day to be able to explore, and to just enjoy it and to live in this day. And being selfish is a good thing. And I know a lot of people say, oh, no, 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 no. And they equate selfishness to ego. And guess what? It is. Because guess what? Ego is a good thing. It makes me feel more self-confident, have that boldness, that assertiveness. And so selfishness is when I take care of myself, MVP. I take care of myself. And when I take care of myself, then I can help you. But I can't help you if I haven't taken care of myself.
That's right.
And so I talk a little bit about that. Also, release from mental imprisonment. This chapter I read myself. When I have a challenging day, I read release from mental imprisonment. Because the imprisonment that we have is in the mind. You can even be in lockdown and not be in prison. It's all a mindset. It is a mindset. And so the door is open, but because of those unspoken attachments that you can have with that environment, you'll stay there. And this chapter really teaches you how to release it. And then the scars that you get from relationships. So I talk about relationship scars because you carry those scars into your other relationships.
Oh, Lord.
And so here it is, you wind up having the same relationship.
Oh, my God.
And when people that I actually counsel, when they call me with relationship challenges, the very first thing they say is, her or him or her or him. And I'm like, you know what? Let's talk about your previous relationships. Because once I can understand your previous relationship, and can you all stop telling everyone about your previous relationship? No one needs to know anything that happened previously. You know what happened? You bring that relationship into the current relationship. So you and Marquita, and you, Marquita, Adam, and guess what? MVP, y'all all four in a relationship when it should be two.
Oh my God.
It should be two. So then when you wind up finding that, guess what? That woman that you're dating, guess what? It's like all the other women you dated.
Oh my gosh.
Because you just told her everything.
Oh.
So she's one to make sure that she stay in line with your interests. Because if you were in the relationship with her for 2 or 3 years, you had to be interested in it. So if I slap you, you're okay with it.
Oh yeah. Oh,
you just told me that she slapped you for 2 years.
Wow.
So why can't I slap you for 2 years? Apparently you like it. You stayed in a relationship for 2 years.
Oh my God.
And so inner healing. And this is where the workbook comes in. With the inner healing. Because childhood scars, you never heal from. You learn how to manage your behavior. And so this book here has a lot of activities. And then the last chapter in this book is, teach me how to love me.
Ooh, just like the song.
Because you know what? Everyone has taught me how to love them.
Wow.
But no one has taught me how to love me.
Wow.
In this workbook, you have so many different activities. I'm not going to go through that for time, but you have so many activities to do to help teach you how to love you.
Wow.
And so yesterday we walked on the Nolan Trail in Newport News. Me and a couple of my ladies that have bought both books, and we shared that openly. And we walked the trail, and it was just so inviting just to have not so much powerful women with me, but it was so inviting that I was able to just feel the breeze and to get into oneness with the earth and see creation at its best and just really get into Sandra. And just let Sandra talk to Sandra and to minister to Sandra and to detox all of the challenges of the week. So we had just a phenomenal time. Both of these books here, I'm going to tell you right now, both books need to be in everyone's home. Well, if you have never experienced trauma, then buy it for someone else. I'm really wanting to target the generation like your generation.
Yes.
Because you know what? When you hit 50 and 60, you already set in your ways.
Oh, yeah.
It would help you say, that's what, okay. But for a younger generation, we need you all to be stronger. We need you to be stronger because I hate to say this, but we're about almost out of here. Who's going to take over?
Yeah.
The baby boomers have done their job. Now we need you all, you millenniums, to carry it forward.
You got to pass that torch.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow, that was deep, y'all. I'm talking about, it might have healed my trauma right there. I ain't know. It's just wow. It's just so you don't understand how deep trauma is. It comes from when you in the womb to you coming already in the world with trauma.
Yes.
And then again, like you said, it took a moment for you to really a situation.
60 years.
Yeah, when you were a situation where it really went up there, you like I think I take it to a 10.
Yeah.
It might have started off like around a 2 or 3, but I took it to 10.
Yes.
He said the whole building ahead.
Yeah, the whole building.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm writing books trauma related. I have a book coming out here soon. It's relationships, the journey to finding the perfect one.
Whew.
And then I have my next one coming out. It's going to be Bullies at the Helm.
Mm.
And the last book of this year is going to be An Intimate Walk with God.
An intimate walk with God.
An intimate walk with God. Some people think you just pick up the Bible one day or just go to church and that's enough. No, you have to have an intimacy. To get to know you, I have to talk to you regularly. I have to see you regularly and intimately. And that's what that book is. So just look out. Go to my website, AuntieSan.com, and you will see all my upcoming events. If you need counseling or coaching, everything is on that website.
Yeah, she official, y'all. It's the website. You go on the website, get everything you need.
Yes.
Why it's even deeper. You got to think about a relationship with God too. It's a relationship.
Yes, you do.
Relationship you in it every day.
You do.
Wow. And like you said, the childhood scars affect your relationships as well.
It does.
You dating the same person.
You dating the same person.
Well, that one really hit me.
You dating the same person.
That was really.
And the thing about it is, you start off talking about your previous relationship.
Yeah, that's how I
talk. And that's the worst thing you can do.
Wow.
Can I say something too? A lot of times when you feel that your girlfriend and your guy and your best friend have hooked up together. Why in the world do you think your girlfriend and your guy friend has hooked up together? And women, we are bad. Because I have told, let's just use me. I've told my girlfriend all of the intimacy of me and my mate. And so where I had to work to get to the place where he and I are today, guess what? She can just smooth on in there. She knows his insecurities.
Dang.
She knows what he likes, what he doesn't like.
Ooh.
Some of us even share sexual.
Oh, yeah.
So she knows all of that.
Dang.
So she's already aroused.
So you set it up for the next one.
So all she has to do, she knows exactly how to approach him. You just told her.
Oh, yeah. You just told her.
And the same thing with the guys, which you all don't do as much. But the guys, she does this. And so what am I doing? I'm getting sexually aroused. Just like if I go watch a movie. How many of us have watched a movie and had this sexual scene?
Oh, yeah.
And next thing you know, you sexually aroused.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
Why? Because you seen the interaction. So when someone telling you something, you're visualizing the interaction. And that is more intensive on arousal. Why? Because I'm visualizing it I'm creating my own image. I'm ready to pursue it.
Right.
So 90%, I'm going to say 95. Statistically, I haven't really gotten enough sample size to really validate that. But just going on just my own and hearing, different counseling, different people, I would say from the people of my sample size, 99% of the adulterous affairs happen within the relationship. Or if you're advertising too much on social media, or he bought me a new car, he bought me this, he bought me this, he bought me this. And women who don't have a man go, I want that.
Oh, yeah, that's what you be saying.
I want that relationship.
Oh, man.
And so what are they doing? They're DMing.
Oh, yeah.
Showing them pictures. And provocative. And men are what? Men are moved by image.
That's facts.
Men are moved by image. So if you're showing me that and I'm a man, I'm going to move in that direction. I'm going to stick with old girl.
That's a fact.
But I'm going to move in that direction. So here you go. Your man is gone.
Your man's gone. Your man So,
Jody's got your man and gone.
You got your man and gone. So basically, the whole time you bragging about what your man doing for you, just advertising what he could do for somebody else.
Yeah.
Wow.
And women are very competitive. And they say men are very competitive. But not only are women are competitive, they got a deviousness. Remember Delilah? And so women, they will aggressively take your man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Well, you done told him everything. You done gave him to him. Yeah. And so I would say if you don't get anything and you don't get the books, no. Keep your mouth shut.
Hey, look,
Mom's the word.
Yeah, I ain't speaking about no past relationship. I'm talking about the future. That's what I'm here to talk about.
Yeah, okay.
That's
okay,
it. Yeah. Present and the future.
Yeah,
That's
this
it.
present and the future.
That's
because in this relationship, it's only you and I.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the minute I bring a third person in the relationship, we don't have it.
Oh, yeah. Now it's you and I. Now,
yeah, because guess what? Guess what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't put a third party in there. So now the third party, you're listening to the third party, and I'm listening to the third party.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm no longer listening to you.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you with me?
Yeah, like you said.
And everyone wants to run their social media and advertise their new beau or their new female, and you just getting that arousal going, and you really need to give it time to where you both find a commonality there and feel a oneness. I remember I got a girlfriend and her husband now, and she was dating other guys, and he was dating other women, and he went to her and he said, "Hey, I don't want you dating the other guys." And so I want it to be exclusive. The guy defines the relationship, ladies. Y'all really do.
Ooh.
And so, how is that? Because I take on your last name when I marry you.
Ooh.
You don't take on my last name.
Ooh.
So you define the relationship. I'm no longer Sandra Trainer. I'm now Sandra.
Oh, snap. We had a special guest come through. Jim Halo, y'all. Hold on. We're going to check these out a little later. Hold on. Hey, what's good, Jay? I'm rocking with the MVP. And again, you know where to find me. I'm doing the Innovative Swiss, and you know they can't miss. And you know we rocking that talk ain't cheap, babe. But if you're looking for a halo, looking to get your frames upgraded and to get you back in the game, we got to come see what Jim Halo got. They got a multitude of frames. I'm talking about different type of frames, whatever you need, they got. It sent your boy what? A mystery box. Yeah. So this is one of the frames I got on right now. I believe these are the Citos, but hey, look, I call these the big boys. Now I'm saying, bring these out when you want to play. Yeah. Show you some of the other glasses they got here. Yeah, other frames. Drum roll, please. Ooh. Yeah, these clean right here. I call these the Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, these clean right here. Yeah. Yeah, some of the different variety of glasses they have to offer. Hold on, we're gonna check out some more here. Look at this. Look at the packaging. Come on now, packaging going crazy. As you see, these are my normal frames. I call these the Halos. Yeah, these are normal frame, the Halos, that y'all always see me normally wear. They have those available on the site. Ooh, then we have a next pair right here again. Check out these packaging, y'all. Excellent packaging. Shout out Jim Halo. These right here, I call these the daddies. These the daddy joints. The little Nas joints, the bellies. These the bellies. Yeah. These are tough. These are like my Detroit player type vibes. Know what I'm saying? If these were dark, they'd be some buffs. There might be clear buffs on the low. But yeah, y'all look. Check out Jim Halo, y'all. Hey, they come on now. They got what you need. Hey, you need to lock in. They don't tweak out.
Talk about it.
You with me? So he defines the relationship. And so a couple of things that we do wrong is that we think that when we have sexual relationship with a man, that bonds a man. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't bond a man. I mean, a man is a very sexual oriented person, and he look at you and he find you sexually, and then you give into it, and then the next day he doesn't want to see you, and then your feelings is hurt, and that's because you didn't know, you were never taught that it was just a sexual relationship.
Wow. Bam, that's it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, sometimes from that, it can materialize into a more serious relationship. But you have to be knowledgeable before you take that plunge of what I need to do as a woman to attract this man. And if I don't know that, I'm just going to give up my body, and next thing you know, I'm pregnant. And one of the things women think that once they get pregnant, the man automatically, he has a responsibility. Well, he does, because he should have used protection as well.
Oh, yeah.
But he's not going to bond with your child if he has a bond with you.
Boy, that golly, y'all.
If he has a bond with you, he's not going to bond with that child. That's why, and then so you have all of these childhood scarred children growing up angry. And so what are they doing? The same thing that dad did. Have multiple females. Because ladies, let's just be honest. My brother-in-law told me this some years ago. It's no different than the Bible. You know, when the kings lined them up, look, Esther, and he chose his queen out of the women that was lined up. And so you move up. So you have to know, I have to know you in order to move to the next level.
Oh, yeah.
You with me?
That's right.
I have to know you. I have to get to know you. I have to know what you like, what you don't like, what you know, and I have to know what type. And if I'm attracted to you and you're attracted to me, I'm then there. I do qualify as a woman that you are attracted to. But now I have to determine if it's only sexual or if it's something that's going to materialize into. And so I need to ask you.
Wow.
So if you just saying, I'm not interested in a wife, he's not interested in a wife. I'm just dating. He's only dating. One thing about you guys, y'all honest. Y'all will tell the truth.
Yeah, that's true.
We will say this, and I'm guilty. Well, right now. But I'm going to cook for him. I'm going to clean. I'm going to do all these wife chores. And then you turn around and marry somebody else.
Ooh, that one. Yeah, that's the one right there. That one be. Oh, my God.
Why? Because you done put in his mind that he wasn't thinking about marriage, but you have given him the qualities of a woman that he would like to, marry. But when y'all came into the relationship, that wasn't what he came into the relationship for. He only came into the relationship just so you two, just to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, so when men are just dating, they're just dating. Now, if you decide to want to take it to the next level about having a baby or taking on, you know, more responsibilities, and the guy is actually demanding at the time or need at the time, then you're just going to be dating for 20 plus years. So you have to know your man. You have to know which the formation of the relationship. The relationship book is going to cover a lot of that. But, you know, all of this stems from childhood scars.
We need that. Oh my, that's why relationships so toxic, because we don't.
Yeah, no, who told you? Nobody
told you.
And I'm your auntie now.
Come on now.
And I am Auntie San, and I'm going to tell you everything that your mama and your daddy, and apparently your aunts didn't tell you. Hey, I'm the aunt that's going to be real and tell you. Because we have some good guys, some good quality guys. And we got some phenomenal women. We just don't know our roles.
Yeah, this is what's missing these days. We don't have nobody to give us this information.
I'm going to give it to you.
You know how it used to be? You got the OGs that you can go to for information. They're going to get to you straight.
Yes.
Nobody gets to you straight these days, but except a few.
I will give it to you straight. I think that's what have gotten me in trouble because I'm a very direct person. And I'm direct because all this fluff doesn't. No, I'm going to tell you the truth. If you call me and you want consultation and you want me to coach you, I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of the coaching, and I'm not knocking anyone, it's just common sense. And actually knowing your mate. If I'm going into a relationship with you and that's all you want is just to date me, you're not only dating me, you're in the dating process, which is healthy. And so we think that, okay, let's just look at my first boyfriend, who I was about, 16 years old. I didn't marry him. And he didn't marry me. And so he was just dating me. So why is it when a person is 40 or 50 years old and they're dating, he has to marry me? And if he's with somebody else, then he's wrong. He's doing me dirty. How is he doing you dirty? Everyone think that because you're 16 to 25 that it's okay to be in the dating. Men date, they get divorced, or some men date throughout their lives. Not everybody wants to be married. So if I want to be married, MVP, and you don't, then I'm just wasting my time. Who's wasting their time? I am. You're getting your needs met.
Wow. So that's why these a lot of marriages, they always get divorced, because they're being forced together.
They're forced together because at that point here it is, because men want, and what I found out about my son and my son's friends is men get to a point in life where they want a wife. Yeah. And when they get to that point in life that they're not, so here they are, 35. You done dated all these women, you don't want a wife? No. So, and some men can be 23, 21 or whatever. It's no time limit. They have to come to the maturity state within them that I am ready for a wife. Most of the time men, and 95% of the time men are ready for a wife when they are financially stable.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
Because they know that they have to support that woman.
Woo! It's a lot.
And if they not, and you push them, then you're going to get a man that's going to be pulled back, fall insecure, and you're going to wind up being taken on the male role. Because now you're ready for marriage. So you got your career, you got your money together, but he's not quite there yet. So he's going to pull back and let you be the man. And I'm going to tell you where I made my mistake in my marriage is being successful with my career, but taking on more of a male role. Because it comes to a time in life as a female, I want my man to lead. But if and you know who leads? The one with the money.
One with the money.
The one with the money leads. And so we come into relationships for need fulfillment. No one comes in a relationship just to come in a relationship. I need something from you.
Oh, yeah, you need something.
I need something.
Oh, yeah.
And so let's make sure that what I need, you fulfilling it. What you need, I'm fulfilling. Because what happens is I'm ready to get married. He's not. So I'm going to do everything like a wife because I'm going to make you marry me.
Ooh.
And no, he's not.
No, he's not. Hey, you can't force it.
No, if he's not ready, he's not going to marry you. But when he's ready, he's going to move heaven and hell to convince you to be his wife. And if he's not moving heaven and hell to convince you to be his wife, you're not his wife. If he's dating multiple females, he's in the dating. He's in the dating, and I want to say scene, but he's dating. That's what it is. He's just dating multiple women. And we say he's a dog. Why is he a dog? Because he chooses to date multiple women, and you're one of the women he's dating.
Wow.
So why are you all not dating? Because they, oh, she's a whore and this, that, and the other. No, you're not. You're dating.
You're dating.
It's not just men dating and we have to just be the only one. No, if he's dating, just like I said, my friend, she continued to keep dating. And he was dating, and he was like, I don't want her with nobody else. That's when he knew she was his wife. I don't want her with nobody
right
else.
There. That's when they click right there.
That's right.
Yeah, it's going to hit you.
That's right.
It's going to hit you. Yeah, you started, like you said, because if you both dating works both ways. That's
right.
That's where the block comes from.
That's right.
Because you think just because the man can date and the women just supposed to, oh, she can't.
Because that's how we were taught.
That's how it was taught.
Oh, you're a loose woman. You got more than one man. Oh, she's having sex with all these men. You do whatever you want with your body. That's your body.
That's your body.
No one should criticize you. No one should judge you. That's your body. And you have different values and standards. That's you. No one should ever judge you. But if you keep your mouth closed and don't tell anyone everything and advertise it all on Facebook, then no one would know if you're dating more than one guy.
Hello.
But if you date more than one guy, what's wrong with that? They're dating more than one woman.
That's a fact.
So he's dating, I'm dating.
That might just be the phase they in, like you said.
That's right. That's right.
But I do remember one thing you did say that really, really clicked with me when you said that your son asked you, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And you said, you know what, what you going to do now? I'm going to do a book.
Yeah.
Like, can you talk about a little bit about that? Because somebody, a lot of people try to give people a spot, but sometimes they don't listen. Sometimes that fear come in.
Well, you can be financially secure because, I have been blessed financially. I've gotten every degree, the highest degree, MBA,
doctor now.
MBA with 2 specializations. Every degree that I got the highest degree that you can get. And so academically and financially, I did very well for myself. But I noticed that I was kind of gone into a slump. I was on watching a lot of different movies at night on YouTube and everything, and waking up at 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And my son was used to that. He was used to this innovative, creative woman, this take charge woman. And he said, he had mentioned it one time before and everything, and then he just said, "Mom, what are you doing?"
Ooh, wake him up.
And I'm like, "What?"
Oh,
"Mom, you're watching movies all night long, and this ain't you." He said, "I thought you said you was going to write. Start writing a book." I want to tell a little boy something.
Oh, yeah.
But I got in my car, and it was that moment. And I will be honest with you, a little stubbornness. I'm the mama here.
Oh, yeah.
So February the 23rd, 2022, I wrote this book right here in less than 6 months.
Less than 6 months.
So some people say it takes them a lifetime. That's them. It was 6 months for me. And then the workbook was only 3 weeks.
Only 3 weeks. Wow. Right.
Because when you are motivated to do something, you're not distracted.
You're not distracted. That's another right there.
You're not distracted. If you're distracted, you're not motivated to do it. So something, and it could be it wasn't the time, because when Greg told me that, I would say it probably was around in January, and I didn't start until February 23rd.
February 23rd. Okay.
You know, the stubbornness in a woman. You know,
yeah, you got to really reflect on it a little bit.
I don't want him to think it was him. But then as I started writing the book, I have to give him credit because it was him. If it wouldn't be for him, these books would not have been birthed.
Wow, that's so important. Wow.
You know, like our children, you know, we have to listen to you. You're all an adult. You're not kids. So this was an adult male who is my son that told me that you're not fulfilling what I know that you can fulfill as a woman that have really accomplished a lot. I mean, a PhD, you know, that's the highest degree that you can get in the world, doctorate degree that you can get in the world, and then you're around here walking around like you don't know where you're going. Let's get back anchored, Mom, and let's get focused. And so now I'm on the roll. I got 25 books to write before I leave here.
Okay, 25.
Yes.
You're on that way.
Yes.
Why? Like the process about for doing the book, like you said, it only took you about 6 months.
Yeah.
So what's the process of, like, if somebody wanted to publish a book or something of that nature?
First of all, you have to find a topic that you're passionate about. And I was passionate about childhood trauma, but I'm not a traumatologist. So I didn't know a lot of the things that I wrote. I'm going to say God directed my path on that.
Ooh.
All I did was type it, and he gave me the words to say.
Hey, that's it.
So to make sure, if you want to write your book, it has to be something that you're passionate about, and it has to be something that someone wants to hear. You know, some of my friends said, I thought we was going to find out a lot about your trauma and how your mama did this, that, and the other. Who cares to hear that my mama screamed at me every day? Because their mama might have screamed at them every day and it didn't do anything to them. So find something to write about that the world need, and that's what I learned pursuing my doctorate degree. I remember my dissertation chair said to me, "Who cares? Who cares?" And if I cannot identify where I care about this particular topic, I'm not interested. And so as I was writing, I will say that the first month I kind of did a lot of rewrites because I kept trying to bring a whole lot more in. And then I found out I had to go back to my roots with writing my dissertation, and that is research. So I would say to begin, be passionate about what it is that you want to write about, do some research. Go on the internet. I mean, you got so many. Listen to some of the authors who are on, you know, Amazon. Amazon does advertising, YouTube, social media per se, and just listen to them. And listen for ideas. Don't listen for direction, because your topic is going to direct you. And I'll be honest with you. Even getting my doctorate, okay, I was led by others on a lot of ways, you know, in my research. But this book took off on its own. And these were topics in here like parentification. I never heard of that.
I never heard of that one.
Generational scar trauma. I never heard of that.
Yeah, I know what generational curses.
I heard of curses, but it's no such thing as a curse. It's trauma.
It's trauma, so it's like passed down. From
it is. Yeah. So when they say generational curses, it's actually generational scars. Trauma.
Yes.
That's what that is.
That's what it seems to be doing, to break that, so you can, you know, end that cycle of trauma.
That's right. That's right. And so I want to read the last little part of chapter 8.
Please. Can we get a little snippet? Look, I got about the rest. You get a little snippet, though.
I'm going to give you a snippet because my girlfriend, I did a retreat, and she said to me, I need something to end this retreat, and I wanted to really impact the women. And I said, okay. And I just turned to chapter 8, page 58, and it reads, we have suppressed those emotions and start acting them out aggressively in adulthood. We no longer have pacification as in childhood to soothe our comfort needs. We enter adulthood still harboring a need to confront those who abused us as kids. And when those people are no longer around, we take it out in other relationships. We have spent countless years suffering through the trauma of the past. We suffer because we have become controlled by the early years of our lives, too loyal to the suffering, too passive to the lessons taught, that we refuse to free ourselves of those painful years. They have become our identity. We refuse to see that through those challenges, we have evolved and become leaders, survivors, great partners, awesome parents. Or am I dreaming of a you haven't discovered?
Ooh. Yes. So deep, y'all. Dang.
Yes.
We need this book.
Yes.
This book, like
yes.
you said, this is what is needed.
And I'm giving you this one.
I
I'm going to autograph it.
Oh, I get an autograph?
Yeah. Now the workbook you have to buy.
Buy the workbook.
But I'm giving you this
I'm
one.
halfway there, y'all. Y'all see that? Y'all get two. I got one. I'm gonna get I just gotta get one.
No, I'm gonna give you both.
Oh, hold on now.
I'm gonna give you both.
Hold on now.
I'm gonna give you both.
Look, now I'm about to be healed.
I'm gonna give you both. And what I want you to do is to pass it on after you read it to someone else. But I'm giving it to MVP now.
Oh.
You all can purchase this book right now today on AuntieSan.com, which will take you directly to Amazon, or you can actually Cash App me at $Sandra G. Robertson. And I will autograph the book and my secretary will mail it out to you. So you're going to have to email me as well. And my email address is sanrob3@verizon.net. Again, sanrob3@verizon.net. And so I'm going to tell you right now, this book will heal you. These books will heal you. You need both, because when I'm in chapter 1, I need to do the chapter 1 activities. So these books will heal you. And I wish you all much success, because you know what? We perish for a lack of knowledge. It's time for your generation to take charge. Take charge. We baby boomers, we have done a little injustice there. We have created phenomenal people, but they are very insecure because they have a lack of knowledge.
Wow.
And so this book is the start. So again, you got it.
Come on, thank you so much. I needed that. I was about to just be looking at this video.
I'll get a pen here and autograph them before I head out today.
Oh my
and
God.
I thank you, because I wanted to reach the younger generation. You are the ones that these books really, really is designed for. I wrote for. And so by all means, get them into your households. And let's start the healing process. And the workbook will really help you in the healing process.
Yeah, we got to do some real healing, y'all.
Yes.
Real healing.
Yes.
Real steps to get there.
Yes.
Healing is a process, though.
Yes.
It ain't overnight.
No, it's not.
You know, if you got a scar, it had to heal to
That's
get there.
right. That's right. Now. But you notice, too, that scar still leaves a mark.
Still leave that mark.
So, and you can be 190 years old still having that mark. Why? It reminds you of where that scar come from.
Ooh. That's another one, y'all.
That's right.
Good Lord. Like I said, here Talking Cheetah, we do high value talking. We definitely had a high value experience today. Yes. I'm talking about we found out some things that we needed to know. I'm talking relationship trauma, from childhood trauma, generational trauma, and ways to heal from that. Take steps to get out of that.
That's right.
Because you can't do that. Now I don't want you to get clouded and think you can. As she stated, suffering is a choice.
That's right.
It's a choice.
That's right.
You can choose not to suffer, y'all.
That's right.
Wow. And, just in closing, anything else you might want to say to the people in the final message?
The final message is, get these books in your home, and your children, if you have grandchildren, anyone that is, and people ask me all the time, at what age should you introduce these books? And I'm going to say at the maturity age.
Maturity age.
Kids are maturing earlier. So I don't want to give a definite time, but I'm going to say this. A child that is 18 years old that don't have these books is a little bit too late.
A little bit too late, yeah.
You need to get them into it's gifts. We give, we give all these gifts. I love the designer things too, so I'm not going to sit up here and say I don't. But this is the best designer gift that you can give someone, and that's a gift of knowledge.
Gift of knowledge. That's the best thing we can pass on.
That's
knowledge.
Right. That's the best investment.
That's best investment. Like you said, but at least that lack of knowledge, that's what people perish.
That's what you perish.
That's what we got. So come on, ain't no excuses, y'all. Knowledge right here.
That's right.
All right. So like I said again, y'all, look, talk ain't cheap. We appreciate y'all. Again, we had a great Miss Dr. Sandra, Auntie San Robinson. She our auntie now, y'all.
I'm y'all aunt.
It's auntie now, y'all. She gave us that talk.
Yes.
I needed that. You get that talk, you just like, I got you, auntie. I'm gonna go do it. I got you.
Yeah. Well, the book is a reminder. So
yeah, definitely a reminder. Yeah. So again, y'all, if y'all know the word said with me, y'all, you stay blessed, don't stress, and God will handle the rest, y'all.
Yes, He will.
Until next time, thank you.
Thank you.